What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the Soul Therapy YouTube channel. Today we're on State Street going to a bunch of sneaker stores. This happens to be NASCAR weekend in Chicago, so you know it's going to be busy out here. It shocks me that they still had pairs of the Jordan 1 High Brotherhood. I know that shoe didn't sell particularly well, but it's been out for a fat minute. These Jordan 1 High Mauves are all the way down to 85 bucks, and that's more than half of a retail price. It is insane that some military blue Jordan 4s are still sitting months after the release. They had a bunch of Jordan 13s with the white and baby blue pair reduced all the way down to $155, and on the Air Max section, every single Air Max here was basically on sale, which is absolutely insane. Especially these Air Max ones, there's a few really solid colorways. They also had some Converse Low Weapons on sale for 80 bucks, an underrated silhouette with great materials. I think those are gonna go even cheaper though if you're interested. Of course, they had a bunch of Nike basketball shoes, with many of them being heavily reduced from their retail price. I'm fairly sure that JD Sports and Finish Line are doing a mid-year sale. That's why all these prices are so low, so I would take advantage of these if you're looking to cop anything that you see in this video. It's also nice to see that they're now carrying the Vans New School model. It's becoming very popular, and they have these Nike Cortezes on sale for only 40 bucks. If they had my size, you know I would have scooped them up. These Jordan 13s were only 105. And yes, they had Asics here. For the 100th time, they had Asics. Next up was Foot Locker, and I was excited to see what we could find in this store because usually they have releases here that you don't see in many other places. They still had the Jordan 1 Low Shadow, an amazing colorway for summertime, and these Jordan 9s in the powder blue colorway. They also had a bunch of LaMelo Ball MB2 colorways and some MB1 colorways and MB3, which is the latest model that I recognize I don't see too many people wearing. I remember when the Puma MB1s came out, it was kind of like a cultural phenomenon. A lot of people were rocking those, including myself. I don't want to say Puma has been losing their touch, but it's definitely not helping that LaMelo Ball hasn't been playing that many games due to his injuries. Believe it or not, they still had pairs of Jordan 3 Fears. I remember this shoe got discounted heavy and was going under retail on the aftermarkets by a lot. I personally thought it was a dope shoe, but not something that I felt like I needed to add to my collection. They had a nice variety of Adidas models, including some Gazelle colorways that I hadn't seen before, and of course they have the Bad Bunny still in stock. Similar to JD Sports and Finish Line, I think Foot Locker is doing a huge clearance sale because they have a whole wall dedicated to the shoes that they have reduced. Our next stop of the day was Champs Sports, and they had some new 1906R colorways that were really crazy looking, but I was a fan of. They had a bunch of sales on the Jordan Takedown models, you know, all the Team Jordans that borrow from the iconic silhouettes of the main retros. I'm not the biggest fan of the hybrid Jordans, but I do like the Jordan 2/3. As evident, I recorded both colorways on my channel, so make sure you watch the review on those if you're interested in picking them up because they're actually dope shoes. Over at New Balance, they had a couple of shoes on sale, including some 550s, and they had these new 2002 Rs in an almost all black colorway. Gives me vibes of that protection pack. I hope they bring it back because the resale on those are still pretty crazy. Next up was Nordstrom Rack, and I'll pop in here from time to time, not really anticipating to find anything too crazy. I don't think I've ever found Jordans in a Nordstrom Rack, but I found some pretty cool Nike sneakers and definitely a couple Sambas and Gazelles. Albeit pretty simple, this green New Balance was pretty clean to the eyes and visually not a bad sneaker at all. They had a couple of other Adidas models that you would have been fooled to think are Sambas, but have a much thicker midsole. Not the biggest fan of those. And also, make sure you put the sneakers back in the right place, you know. Just helped out the employees just a little bit. If you're watching the video to this point, I really do appreciate you. The first link in the description down below is going to be the link to our Discord. It's completely free. You're going to get exclusive early content, and I'm going to be doing giveaways very soon, so you're not going to want to miss out on it. These blue Superstars were definitely the best find in Nordstrom, which, to be fair, was not saying very much. I feel like we started this video off with a bang, so it's only right that I end this video off with a bang. morning, we're going to be in Oak Brook, Illinois, hitting the Nike outlet and finding some of my best finds yet. I posted about these Jordan 1 High 85 metallic burgundies on Reddit and have received really positive responses. I was able to scoop that pair for $109, which is crazy considering retail is $200. How I was able to do it: everything on this back wall was discounted 40% off, and here's a little trick. If you go into the Nike outlet and say that you're going to sign up for a Nike account, you get an additional 15% off your entire purchase. And someone like me who has crazy amounts of emails, like way too many for my own good, you know, it's a no-brainer when I'm looking to pick up a shoe that is going to be added to my personal collection. I might as well save that additional 15% off. They also had some Jordan 2 lows, some Jordan 1 lows. I'm interested to see how far these are going to go down because nobody's even buying them at that $100 price. I think we got to see them drop to around $50 before they actually start selling out. They also had these Jordan 1 High Gore-Texes, and while I'm not the biggest fan of the materials on the Gore-Tex sneakers, I do like the colorway. It gives me a lot of fall vibes. I decided to check out the rows to see what sneakers they had, and of course they had these Nike Dunk Low Curries, another shoe that I think they're gonna have to drop significantly before we see them starting to sell out. They had a lot of great Air Max pairs on sale, but the one model that I'm really looking for is the Air Max 1, and there wasn't any Air Max 1 models here that were appealing to me besides the Huff one that we saw earlier in the video. I found these Jordan 7 Infrareds at DTLR earlier this year for $100, and a lot of people thought that it was an insane price, and to be honest, those shoes are kind of bricks. I think they're nice enough, but not something that I absolutely need. Thank you for watching the video the whole way through. Comment Soul and I'll pin your comment down below. Thanks again and subscribe for more.